Hi all, this is BRL. Welcome back to BRL Knowledge Hub video channel. Today we'll discuss about Docker. What is it Docker? So how it is being used on AWS servers. So Docker is a tool designed to make easier to create, deploy and run application by using containers. So sometimes we can say Docker is a container. So basically used for designing easier way of moving and deploying your application and different servers. This Docker containers allow a developer to package an application with all the part of your application deployment, which has interdependencies and configurations and application stuff and libraries and third-party stuff, such as other things like libraries and other dependencies, and all of them can be packed up in a single package and ship it all out as one package. This is what the Docker will do. So Docker is an open platform for developers and sysadmins to build, ship and run distributed applications, whether on laptops or data center virtual machines or the cloud. So and another way I can say you to avoid the overhead of starting and stopping and maintaining of virtual machines VMs on your regular activities. This come up with this Docker container. AWS server has come up with the Docker containers to remove the overhead on virtual machines. Like if you want to, if you are working on some application where it has dependency with some other operating system. Let us say like you are a Windows server and you want to work with another Linux server with some other operating system and hardware configurations and some other softwares, then you have to install a virtual machine. And each and every time you have to start that virtual machine, and each and every time you have to reboot or restart or open up and work on that aspects to achieve your specific task and your regular activities. This is what the overhead you are facing it on, like starting and stopping of your virtual machine. But when it comes to a Docker container, it avoids the overhead on these virtual machines, because basically it's designed for moving and ship the deployment stuff to another environments and putting up everything on the separate environment and give you the friendly access for specific task related things. You can do it on that. So if you look at here, Docker is a software platform that allows you to build, test and deploy applications very quickly. And Docker package software into standardized units called containers. So this Docker is being, build the standardized units, your code is being building as an units called as in containers. These are the containers. Each container having the block of your deployment structure and dependencies and configurations and your application stuff. So whole this Docker have multiple containers. So containers that have everything the software needs to run, including libraries, system tools, code, and runtime. All the things will be in the container. So this, if you look at here, this is the Docker where it has all the containers. Basically, another way we can say that Docker is a container of containers. It contains containers. Okay, it has all the containers. Each container have the software needed, the running, the libraries, system tools, and application code and the runtime and configurations set of things can be packaged and put into one container. That container will be placed on the Docker. So it's kind of an image, Docker image, where it has containers. Okay, using Docker, you can quickly deploy and scale applications into any environment, and know your code will run very successfully. Okay, running Docker on AWS provides developers and admins a highly reliable, low-cost way to build, ship, and run distributed applications at any scale. As it supports both the versions of AWS, this Docker versions. One thing is an open source Docker Community Edition, that is CE, and subscription-based Docker Enterprise Edition, that is EE. So it has some cost to get this into your development. So when it comes to this open source activity, it has community edition, so you can use it. Both the licensing models are available in AWS server. You can use it. So what are the advantages of using in Docker basically? So we have some advantages using of Docker, like ship more software faster. Docker users on average they ship software seven by more, 24 hours more frequently than non-Docker users. So Docker enabled developers to ship isolated services as often as needed by eliminating the headaches of software dependencies. So this is usually moving shipping softwares to other environments when compared to non-Docker users. It is more faster, and isolated services it is being given to the user as often as needed by eliminating the headaches of software dependencies. Environments wise, you may have dependencies when you deploy your application. So those dependencies we can easily avoid overheads. We can reduce it using a Docker container. That is what the first benefit. And coming to second benefit, improve developer productivity. Developer productivity, how it is being improved. Docker reduces the time spent setting up a new environment and troubleshooting differences between environments. Now, let us say I have three environments, like in production live UAT environments, and production live are working fine. When it comes to UAT, I have issue. So how you are going to troubleshoot the issue? If you have different environments and with a similar version of code, so why the problem is coming out? It's something like a tedious job to dig the issue. If you are coming up with a Docker container, it reduces time spending on new environment creation. Also troubleshooting. How it is reducing troubleshooting? Because you'll be having a Docker image, you go and check what kind of dependencies, what kind of files you are being installed on the machine, instead of manually installing and manually deploying it. So that you will be knowing it, so where the problem is coming out, and it will reduce a lot of time to dig the issue, and it improve the quality of product. Let us say today I have 3 servers and tomorrow I may have other 3 servers. If you want to deploy things on other 3 servers manually instead of using a Docker container, so you have to manually copy and everything, you have to manually configure it. So no, we are not robots, we are not human beings, and we may do some mistakes, and those are causing a problem in the long running. So to dig the issue and identify the problem of these kind of issues in different environments, it takes time to get into that and dig the issue and get the root cause. When it have a Docker image kind of thing, you just simply open the image, Docker image container, and you look at what are all the things you have been moved or shipped into that environment, and you will be knowing that like so and so problem is coming up because of this thing, and you can usually dig the issue and resolve the problem. This is what the second benefit. And coming to third benefit, seamlessly move applications. Docker-based applications can be seamlessly moved from local development machines to production deployments on AWS servers. Of course, this is very basic benefit we have in the Docker container. We easily move the environment from one server to another server, like local to AWS. Also, we can easily move that things into AWS very easily. So that is what another benefit. And these are the use cases basically, like where exactly it is being used. If you look at continuous integration server, accelerate applications to deliver by standardizing environments and removing conflicts between language stacks and versions. So as we discussed, if you are going to deploy the one application on different servers, or one application with different versions on different servers, we have some burden on manual process. So if you come up with the entire Docker image concept, so it will basically standardizing the environment. So it is easily quickly deploying things and putting a track on each and every machine easily, so that you will be having some track and knowing what is happening and what is going to happen when something happens wrongly, and you can easily identify the things. So this is what the use case and place where the Docker container is being used nowadays in the DevOps continuous integration delivery. And data processing, coming to the second thing, providing big data processing as a service. Package data and analytics packages into portable data containers that can be executed by non-technical users. This data processing, like sometimes your data is being processed by some non-technical guys, where they don't know what is exactly what exactly it is being having the data package and how it is being transferred, and so how far how safe they are transferring, and this kind of things they don't actually, because they are non-technical guys, because they are coming from some other area where they are processing data. So that kind of time, so when you process big data, so as a service, you may have a problem. So if you come up with Docker container service, so we don't have those kind of problems. It is very easily to process the data as a package and analytic package kind of. Now, coming to third use case, containers as a service. So build and ship distributed applications with content and infrastructure that is IT management secure. This is what the third use case, mainly using this Docker service nowadays. These are the use cases and benefits of using of Docker container on the AWS server. So hope this clears like what is Docker container image and how it is being used and what are the benefits. Thank you.